Hello everyone, it's Halo 4 Tutor, also known as Halo Reach Tutor. I'm back with another gameplay video. It's been a while. I've been in retirement for a year, but I'm back and better than ever. I'm getting really excited about the upcoming Halo 4 release in November. In the meantime, I could not resist coming back, starting my old channel back up again, and uploading some tips and tricks videos which I'm known for. I love to share the things that I've learned about Halo that help me win and help me get better, and I love sharing them here with you. And hopefully I'll be able to give you a couple things in the video today that'll help you step up your game and take it to the next level. A little bit of background on this video. If you check out the score early, I jumped in at about the 5-minute mark because I had a really lousy first half in this game. But you know, we're down by about 30 points early in the game, and it looked like it was going to be really ugly. Fortunately, I'm able to turn things around. I go on a 20 kill streak for a rampage, finish with 37 kills, so do end up doing pretty well, and we're able to come from behind and pull off a win, which is you know, really rewarding and a lot of fun. And I want to give you a fair warning here. Those of you who have checked out my channel, you see that I've uploaded over 150 videos in my history, so I've done quite a bit. But you know, I'm uploading in HD now. I'm going to be moving on to some new content. Of course, Halo 4 is coming out soon. I'm going to be providing all new tips and tricks and strategies. And so, for a lot of different reasons, I'm going to start phasing out some of the older videos on my channel. I'm going to do so very slowly. Probably every time I upload a new video, I'll phase out 2 older videos. And I want to tell you this because if you go back to my channel and you have some favorite videos that you've watched or some favorite tips or tricks that you've picked up, make sure to go back and re-watch those videos, re-enjoy those videos, because they're going into the vault soon and they will not be available publicly, at least for the time being. Again, I'm going to be phasing them out slowly, but you never know when your favorite video is going to go, so make sure to go back and check them out. Alright, so let's move on to the tips and tricks here. You know, like I said, this is a come from behind game. We're really far behind at first. You know, when you're down by 30 points or more, a lot of times it can become very discouraging. And in fact, a lot of players end up quitting at that point. And the truth is, a lot of players did quit in this game. But in Halo and in life, you never want to quit before it's over. You know, you never know when you're going to have an opportunity to come from behind like I do right here, pick up a real sweet assassination. Those are always very satisfying. And you know, in Halo and in life, you're going to have chances to come from behind if you stick with it. If you follow the things that you know are going to work, right? I'm going to give you some tips and tricks here. If you follow them, I guarantee you're going to have a better chance at winning. You know, it's the same way in life. You work hard, you do what you're supposed to do, you have a great chance to come from behind and make something special happen. Well, in this game I want to talk a little bit about map control, because if you master some of the nuances, some of the subtleties within each map, you're going to have a really excellent chance of winning. Even if you're up against players who are better than you, even if you're up against teams who you know, just have more talent, more skill than you do, and more than your team, you can still pull off a win if you exercise better map control. Now, to illustrate a little bit of what I'm talking about here, Bungie used to do these heat maps back when Bungie was doing Halo, where the heat maps, there's 2 varieties. One variety is where the kill maps, and the other was the death maps. So like on the kill maps, for example, it was like an overhead view of the map, and the map was all these different colors of like red and orange and yellow, and the bright red areas were the areas where people would stand and pick up kills, and they would measure these in all the games played on this map of all time, and they'd measure where people were standing when they picked up a kill or earned a point. Likewise, you could look at a different map but similar in theory, and find out where people were standing when they were killed, when they died. And so by looking at these maps, you can get a really good idea of, hey, if I stand here, I've got a pretty good chance of picking up some kills, Whereas if I stand here, I've got a pretty good chance of dying, right? And so these maps would give you a really good idea of how to use the map to your advantage. Well, unfortunately, 343 doesn't do these maps anymore. But hopefully when Halo 4 comes out, they'll start them back up again because they're very useful. Regardless, you can kind of use some of the principles from the heat maps in any gameplay that you're on. You want to be able to find areas on the map that are going to give you an advantage and stay away from areas on the map that will give you a disadvantage. And I found that this area in this third base where I am right now, I mean, you've got the red base, the blue base, and you have kind of this third base that's in the center of the map pushed off to one side. And this is a very, very powerful area. I'm able to get a lot of kills both with the laser and with my DMR. Additionally, if I come under fire, I'm able to fall back under the base like I do right here. My shields are gone, my health is down, but I was able to fall down behind the base, gain some cover, pop back out the other side, get a double kill with the laser, right? If I was smart, I'd head into the base right now and grab a health pack, but for whatever reason I was ignoring the health pack. I'm not sure why. So that kind of lends to, I want to talk about some of the reasons why one area on the map might be considered a strong area, right? One of the number one things is that you have plenty of cover that you can fall back to. Okay, so like I talked about a couple seconds ago, when I fell under fire, I was able to fall back inside the base and get some cover. Secondly, back to the health packs. If there's a health pack nearby, that's always an advantage, so that if your health gets down, you can go back and recover with that health pack. That's helpful in between, one-on-one battles, as well as, after battles. So you see I got my running riot there. Now these guys are a perfect example of what not to do. They're way out in the open. There's no cover out there. They have no chance. When I start shooting at them, they have nowhere to retreat. Easy pickings, guys. Easy pickings. Now conversely up here, I have a lot of cover, right? I got this big wall that's shielding me to the right. I'm able to pick up a triple kill with the laser, guys. You should never, ever, ever have a passenger in the Warthog in a Slayer game. Only in an objective game types like capture the flag or assault. Only in those game types should you have a passenger in the Warthog. There's no reason, because you're going to give up an easy triple kill. So I'm here with the Rampage. That's 20 kills in a row. I've got a laser spree going as well. I'm giving you some tips for map control. The other thing that you want to look for is you want to have an excellent view. And this little third base has an excellent view of all the spawn points over on the other side of the map, and an excellent view of the opponent's base, which is fantastic. So as the opponents continue to spawn over on that side of the map, I have an excellent view of those areas, and I'm able to pick them off very, very easily. So you want to have an excellent view. You want to be able to run for cover. If possible, you'd love to be near a health pack. Additionally, you want to find an area that's difficult for your opponents to access, right? So if it's difficult for them to get to you, you're going to have an advantage. There's just no question about it. One of the advantages that this base provides is up here on this ledge where I'm at. If you don't have a health pack, it's actually kind of difficult to get up to me, especially if you have to come running across this large open area across the whole map. It's going to be very difficult to get over here and kill me. So that's a really great advantage. There's several other similar places on each map where you can gain an advantage by finding a place with good health, good cover, an excellent view. It's very difficult to access, and you have lots of opportunities to fall back if necessary. On the other hand, areas you want to avoid are areas where it's all open, there's nowhere to fall back to, there's no cover, there's no health, it's difficult to escape if you come under fire. Those are areas you need to stay away from, or you're going to get killed. Now, before I finish up this video, I wanted to throw out a question, because I want you to like, comment, and subscribe to the video. And when you comment, I want you to tell me what your favorite power weapon is. What's that weapon that you always go to when you have the opportunity? I was able to get a lot of laser kills here. We come from behind for the win. But my favorite power weapon of all time is the Gauss Hog. I don't know if you guys have ever been on the Gauss Hog, but it's a lot of fun. You're driving around on this Warthog with a beam of light, a cannon that blasts a beam of light at full velocity, and every time you shoot anything with this Gauss Hog, it absolutely obliterates your target, just throwing your opponents around like rag dolls. It's so much fun. The Gauss Hog is without question my favorite power weapon in the game. So let me know what your favorite weapon is. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. This is Halo Reach Tutor. I hope you guys picked up a couple tips and tricks along the way. I'll see you next time.